It's the moment we've all been waiting for, the Vanguard Zombies reveal. Let's watch the trailer together and I'll break it down straight after. God, the logo looks so good.
Instrument of my revenge. I give you an army of the dead, but our enemies have allies from beyond this mortal realm. Our strength is yours. We are joined now. Mortal children, yield or die.
This voice is incredible. Oh my gosh. Okay, the field upgrades look unbelievable. The zombies look unbelievable. They've got the rune. The zombies have the runes on their heads. What the heck? A new zombie type right there. What? Shino Numa. Wait, what? What? What was that? What the hell? Oh no, what is that thing? Okay, Ring of Fire's back. All the field upgrades are back. Okay. We've seen this before. Cutscene ending. Oh my god, look at them. Wait, so he's controlling everything. He's controlling the undead.
A new chapter of warfare is about to begin.
Oh my god, well, we have to run that back. So let's go ahead and break this down frame by frame because there is just so much going on. We really need to take another look at this. So we see an explosion going off with this character here. And we hear this entity call his name, which is Uberfuhrer Wolfram von List. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to the Season 6 intel for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, you'll heard from Dr. Jaeger that his great uncle was called this. This is his great uncle, who we know from Kravchenko asking Jaeger that he knows his great uncle fought many other Dark Aether entities and wanted some advice on how they could take out the Forsaken. And he didn't want to delve too much in the information of it, but now we're seeing exactly that take place. He can hear the voice coming from this rune, and the moment he picks it up, he gets infused with the power and the memories of sorts of this ancient god. Now, a lot of people were saying from the previews this could be the golden rod. I think this is a completely brand new rune, but there's some sort of ancient rune that has a connection to this entity in the Dark Aether. And the moment he picks it up, he immediately sees like the memories of sorts of when maybe he encountered this guy last, or just the memories of the god itself. But you can see it infusing into his eyes, and that begins our Vanguard Zombies trailer. Now the creature says, you have an army of the dead, but there are allies that have other forces beyond this realm. And we get to see the first looks of the zombies. We see the red eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and we know that red eyes definitely means some sort of hell, some sort of Satan work going on. And I love this. This literally looks like World War II zombies, but it's Treyarch, so we know it's going to be even better. It just looks so gruesome. It's incredible. And one thing even I didn't notice is in the very first few frames at the start of the trailer, we see this, which looks to be the first look at perk machines inside of Vanguard Zombies. And I know it looks insane, but this to me, yellow signifies stamina. And the way that we drink perks in this game, according to the Season 6 intel, is we have what's called like an archaic goblet. Just this crazy goblet that we're going to be dipping our goblet into these fountains to drink from. And we know it's confirmed that this archaic goblet is tied to the perks because it has a perfect shaped outline for a perk icon. We also see this focused on the fountain right away, which I think signifies that this could be a perk because it's sort of the same shape as like some sort of object that has a like fountain in the middle. But this could also signify Pack-a-Punch. And we do see something that looks very much like Pack-a-Punch later in the trailer. In this shot we see here, we see what could potentially be another perk fountain. We really don't know. It's blurred in the background whilst we see this amazing object get pulled out. Now we need to pay attention on where this is, as I'm sure many of you will recognize this, but this we get to see is the first look at the new versions of the field upgrades coming in Vanguard Zombies. I'm pretty confident this will be Aether Shroud since it's tied to eyes. But this could also be our first look at Frenzied Guard, as the Frenzied Guard logo in Cold War does show a face which matches this, especially when you look at the sharp canine teeth that both logos have. It shows that Treyarch could be adding every field upgrade we've seen added into Cold War right at the beginning of Vanguard, and there could even be some new ones. An Aether Shroud involves your vision. It looks absolutely incredible, and we hear the demon mention that there are allies which are assisted by things beyond this realm. So these field upgrades, they haven't come from this portion of the Dark Aether. They've come from somewhere, but they don't, even the demon doesn't know. But we get to hear a quote, so listen to this.
Our strength is Morse.
Our strength is Morse. So we're getting loads of cool mythology with these field upgrades, and Morse ties in very well to what we saw with some of the perks in Chaos storyline, where some of the perk machines were from the Morse mythology. And very funny enough, that voice actress sounds very similar to Medusa from Ancient Evil. Could be a little bit of an Easter egg there. I'm not too sure. As we take another look at what could potentially be another perk fountain, we get to see what looks like the Ring of Fire, which is going to be returning via a sword, which looks, just look at how amazing that thing looks. The last time we saw a sword was in Shadows of Evil. This looks straight out of like Final Reich. It looks so good, and it looks like Ring of Fire, you're going to cast like a circle around you by swinging the sword around. Imagine if it had a double version where it has the ring, but then you can also swipe as well. It looks incredible. Hear a voice say, "We are joined now." But as you can see, this whole map that we've been in to start with is the Red Star multiplayer map. It looks a lot creepier, a lot more hellish than it did before. You can see we've got this like purple ether haze all around it, but we can see portals which will take us to several different multiplayer maps. We can see the first one takes us to Hotel Royale, which looks to be like this is going to be a Outbreak Onslaught hybrid of sorts, or a zombies map that's just split into many different multiplayer maps. Now, it's no secret what one of these maps are going to be, but we'll be looking into it in just a moment. But this just looks so creepy. It looks fantastic. Here we see the return of the field upgrades from Cold War Zombies, but they have a completely different look. So this looks like Frost Blast. You can see snow blasting in. We have what looks to be some very strange ornament here. It looks to have the feet of like a rooster or some sort of bird, but you can see this definitely looks a little strange. Activates with this blue mist, and this like sphere following it along looks incredible, but you can see the shards are just flailing there on the zombies. It looks fantastic. Here we get to see directly the effects from that field upgrade, but man, the zombies, just the way this looks absolutely insane. I can't believe that we got Forsaken last week, and now we're getting this in a month. It's just insane. It looks so good so far, but we can see that rooster field upgrade there on the back again, or it could be a wonder weapon, we don't know. But we then make our way into this creepy house. We can see that sword on the back again. Zombie waiting right there with a rune, and again, this location looks insane. Everything so far we've seen looks amazing, and I think this is from a campaign level that's been turned into this incredibly dark, destroyed looking zombies map. It just looks amazing. We have what looks to be our first new zombie type here, which is just a zombie that looks to be burnt to smithereens by that rune, and like his skin is actually the rune. Reminds me a lot of one of the zombies we got from World War II, where it would run at you and just blow up in your face. We don't know exactly what this zombie's gonna do, but man, this is where every one of us just went absolutely ballistic for. Here, Shino Numa. This proves right here that any zombies map that we've had in the Aether universe can exist in this new Dark Aether universe, and it literally looks like it's from hell itself. It's in the Dark Aether. I would like to think that every map we're teleporting to is also in the Dark Aether itself. Every part of this experience could be in the Dark Aether. It looks incredible. And as we pan through out of the doctor's quarters, I believe, into the downstairs section, it just looks incredible. We can see a new wonder weapon here on the character's back, which we'll see more of in a second. Sorry, I didn't mean to say wonder weapon. I meant to say field upgrade, as we see in just a moment exactly what this field upgrade is. But this looks to be the downstairs portion of Shinonuma. I'm sure all you OG zombie players watching will notice exactly where this is from. The mystery box should be just in front to the left, so this is like downstairs, which is incredible. And then we get to see what looks like one of the huts. I think this is where the original telephone Easter egg could be. I could be wrong there, but we can see another character running past with what looks to be the Aether Shroud field upgrade that we saw earlier. But with the MP40, which is classic zombies, we get to see the new version of what I believe is the energy mine from Cold War Zombies, because we see this get pulled out and it looks to be like some sort of three-headed serpent where the rune gets activated. As we see a zombie walks past their energy mine and they just explode into smithereens. Now, does this mean that Shinonuma being in here means we could see a Zombie Chronicles 2 with all these maps in the Dark Aether? I think it's a bit too far to suggest that at this stage, but the chances of us seeing potentially more maps down the line in this game revamped in Dark Aether like this, I think there's a possibility. Like, I do think it's a bit random that we're getting Shinonuma if it's German zombies and the whole thing being about a German character. I would just imagine like Verrückt and Doris would make more sense. I don't know how Shinonuma's in here. I hope they explain it, but I'm really happy that we do have this in here. And I also hope it's the entire map. We can see the spawn room of Shinonuma here where we have this ridiculously strange artifact, like a rune of sorts, that potentially this is the reason why our players teleported in here to begin with, to collect energy from these potentially. But you can see the hanging man doesn't seem to be there. And it's also hard to tell as well if we can actually open the door there or if there's debris blocking us from actually opening this portion of the map to get to that other side. I do hope the entire Shinonuma map is in here though, as that would be absolutely fantastic. And man, this is exciting enough. The fact on day one, we're going to have another classic map remake in this game. Last year, we had Nakda and Toten, and now we're getting Shinonuma. I'd be really intrigued to see if they actually expand on it, because COD Mobile Shinonuma, they expanded a lot on that with a new secret area that combines Zetsubo. If the Dark Aether could do that and merge maps together, there's no reason why we couldn't see that in this. But let me know what you think in the comments below about Shinonuma returning. Are you happy? Are you unhappy? I'd love to know. Whatever this rune does, it disappears and teleports them back to the Red Star map. So it confirms that once you've done whatever you do in one of these maps, you teleport back to Red Star. Another detail to note is every character we've seen playing so far is the same operators from multiplayer. So the chances of us getting a exclusive crew in Zombies seems to not happen again this year. I'd like to know what you think about that in the comments below, but we do have some solid characters. Wolfram von List is our main enemy, and as they complete that, they get teleported back into Red Star. But as you can see, something materializes that was not there before. If I had to take any guesses, this might be the throne of where the main demon that's talking, narrating this entire trailer will materialize. But it's not just a hub world, because you can see zombies are attacking whilst you are back in here. It'll be really interesting to see how it works. If this is like a hub for getting like Pack-a-Punch, for getting perks before you go back into new areas. And we just see, oh my God. And then we have a brand new enemy. But it seems everything in here is just as full on as it is in the normal maps. Then we have this brand new thing. What the heck is that? Is that a juggernaut? It could actually be a World War II themed like juggernaut. You can see it's got tons and tons of military armor on. It's got ammo around its neck, and it is holding a death machine, and it's got that rune crusted there on its chest. This thing just looks absolutely frightening. Every combination of zombies here. But the main thing to note is that the zombie there has a rune on its forehead. Everything is controlled by Wolfram von List, as we see near the end of the cutscene here. And we see that sword presented again, which could potentially be Ring of Fire. That's how you activate it. It brings up the sword and then you swing it, as we see the Ring of Fire there. But it just looks absolutely insane. The aesthetics on this are unreal. And then this is Wolfram von List, now that he's gained the power from that rune and he's awakening this undead army. Look, he's controlling it with his very hands. That is frightening. As he brings them to life in Red Star and walks away, a new chapter of warfare about to begin with him in the background. But it is still very early days on how this is going to work, because we don't really know for sure if this is like a mode or if this is like one huge map that contains all these different areas. But the fact alone we have Shinonuma in here gives us all we need to know that there is a great chance to see even more areas coming in the future for this game mode in Vanguard Zombies. Like, Shinonuma seems very random, but I'm so intrigued to learn story-wise how Shinonuma is here. Like, we know it's just sent to the Dark Aether, and, you know, everything that was banished there lives there and could easily come back. It is very clear that what we see here at the end of this cutscene, Wolfram Van List is extremely comfortable with his newfound powers to be able to control the undead like this, as to how he was in the beginning, where he seemed very scared and almost very hesitant. But as soon as he picked up that rune, he was just infused with that power. He's sort of joined at the hip to this new god, and he's basically, the god is probably controlling him. But I'd love to know what you guys think of all of this down below in the comment section. This is definitely a very new take on zombies, and it looks like it's going to be incredible. And we're going to be seeing a lot more real soon, if not already live on the channel. A behind the scenes video showing bits of gameplay, more stuff that the trailer did not show, explained by the developers. So be sure to look out for that. But if you're excited for what looks to be an incredible year for zombies in Vanguard, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, drop your thoughts and comments and theories on what you've noticed in this trailer in the comment section down below, and I'll see you very soon for some more Vanguard Zombies videos.